All right, we're down at the bench. We're going to talk about motorcycle battery. Now, what I'm going to discuss will transfer to a car battery, ATV battery, snowmobile battery, any 12-volt battery. I'm going to kind of shed some knowledge on. So let's go ahead and get started. So basically, batteries, there's AGM, which is your gel, and you have liquid. This is just a liquid battery. If you look on liquid batteries, you have a fluid line kind of between the goalposts, so you want to make sure that the liquid batteries, you want to make sure that the battery acid is in between those. As far as voltage, a brand new battery, brand new, that you should put right in, should be anywhere from probably 12.8 volts to 12.9, and that's a fully charged, ready to go battery. Now we have this battery right now charging at 13 volts, just kind of like a trickle charge. But if you buy a battery, if you're going to, like, I would avoid Walmart. I would go to Batteries Plus. This obviously, this video isn't endorsed by them or anything like that, but you're gonna get the best battery there because they're dry there, and then they flood them and charge them when you need them. So basically, let me shut this off. If you're going, but if you don't have a Batteries Plus near you, and unfortunately you only have Walmart or something like that, buy a voltmeter. I know these are scary. People think you need an engineering degree to operate one of these, but you really don't. All you have to do is set it to 20 right here. This is your volts. That's all. So set it to 20 because it's a 12 volt. Let me put this so you can see. Hopefully you can see that. I'm not sure, but all right, bear with me. All right, so putting this on, I'm reading 13.2 volts. That's because it's been charging, but this is basically a fully charged battery. So again, it's not that zero isn't a dead battery. 12 volts even, or actually less than 12.4 is dead. So if you go to Walmart, bring your voltmeter, and you put your voltmeter on a battery and it's reading 12.4, 12.3, or even less than that, walk away. Chances are that hasn't been charged. And a lot of times new batteries, if you don't keep up on them right away with the voltage and being charged, you're going to lose them. So I just wanted to kind of share some knowledge firsthand. Now I'm going to show you how to install this in a bike. So just remember, if you take away anything from this video, 12.7 to 12.9, 13, anywhere from 12.7 to 13 volts is good, fully charged, you're ready to go. I always check my voltages in my battery before I leave because I don't want to leave my bike's kickstart, so this can be almost completely dead and it'll still run, but I still need a battery for the bike to run. So if you take away anything out of this video, 12.7 to 13 volts is a fully charged battery. And when the bike is running, which I'll demonstrate, it'll be charging at somewhere around 14.5 volts. That's your charging voltage. But we're going to get to that. So let's go ahead and go install this. If you buy a battery, it's going to come with new hardware. It's going to come with a overflow drain, which hooks up right to the side here. Generally, this exits out below anything valuable, so just in case your stator goes or your regulator goes in your bike and you overcharge it, the extra fluid will drain out and not ruin your bike, because battery acid is A, bad for your health, and B, will ruin paint. So let's go ahead and drag this out. Things you're going to need to install a battery are a screwdriver. You don't want to use socket. You don't need a socket wrench for that. That's kind of crazy. You're gonna need a screwdriver, and then where is it? You're gonna need some dielectric grease. Now, dielectric grease isn't a conductor of electricity. It just prevents corrosion. I'm sure you've seen old batteries that had a lot of corrosion around the terminals, so you want to have some dielectric grease. All new. Change your hardware too when you go to install a new battery. So let's go outside and we'll do it. Okay, so we're out here on the bike. If you're just joining us, this is my 1977 Yamaha XS 650. Currently, I am doing the seat cover and the battery, but this is the battery portion of it. But anyways, starting out. So you want to get a battery that fits the bike. You don't want to be putting wood shims in there and trying to block it. No, That's garbage. That's the half-assed way to do it. Get the correct size battery for your bike. That's why, like I said, I like Batteries Plus, because they have a whole software, whole system. They'll get the correct bike. Anyways, if your bike is older like mine, the terminals aren't colored. Usually newer vehicles, obviously red is positive, black is negative. To just tell, your negative goes right to the frame. 99% of motorcycles are a negative ground. Be aware though, Norton's, the old British bikes, the positive goes to the frame. It's called positive ground. Very weird, very bizarre. So just make sure you do your research before you slap a bike in there and hook it up and you blow your electrical system. But anyways, this is just a standard 12-volt system with the ground. So before you put the new battery in, take the opportunity to clean your terminals. You don't have to go crazy with your terminals, but just get some sandpaper and just clean them off. You don't have to really go nuts, but over time stuff will build up. You just want to get the gunk off, especially because you're putting a brand new clean battery in. You don't want to you want to have a nice strong connection. So just take some sandpaper and just work those a little bit. Just clean them up. Again, it's not, take the extra time, do it right. This battery that I'm replacing in this bike, I've had this Yamaha since I was 18. I'm 27 now. So no, actually I got this when I was 20, excuse me. So yeah, I've had this bike for a while now. I've ridden it less as the years have gone on, but we're gonna get back on that horse. So as you can see, nothing fancy. Just clean up your terminals. A little bit of sandpaper, see how nice and shiny that is. We're gonna get a nice good connection to the battery there. The dielectric grease comes into play. You want to put a coating on these terminals here, just because, like I said to you before. Oh, also too, maybe people don't know, if you buy a tube of this stuff, that right there, that sharp point on the cap, that's to open it. You don't need a screwdriver or anything fancy like that. So anyways, just kind of squeeze it out a little bit. We're just going to put some dielectric grease on both of these fittings. I'm being this stuff's cheap enough, and this bottle will last you a lifetime unless you do electrical all day long. But don't be cheesy with it. Just, you know, get a nice good coating on it. It'll just protect from corrosion, and it's just the right way to do it. There's a right way and a wrong way to do things. Same thing with our battery. We just want to take our dielectric grease. We're going to put some grease on the posts here, just to help, you know, corrosion and everything. Again, it's not an expensive thing to do. It's not a $100 bottle of stuff. It's just good practice. You want a good right tool for the right job, right? I left my a popsicle stick works good for this. So you just want to coat those terminals up, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our nuts in there. Like I showed you in the basement, if you buy a battery, it should come with terminal nuts. If you're putting a new battery in, just change the nuts. I mean, you might as well. How long does it take? No time at all. So these nuts just push in from the side. That's all. You don't have to, nothing fancy. The dielectric grease actually helps the nuts stay in place. So we'll put some, dip these in there, get some on the threads. You can rest these on there. Now let's go ahead and install it. So new battery. We took the old piss tube out. As you can see, it's dirty, covered in schmeck. So we're gonna go ahead and fish this down the overflow tube. So we're gonna fish the new hose down and make sure it exits where it's supposed to. All right, so we got our new overflow tube in. Or take our battery. Never tip a battery, ever. You do not want to do that. That's how acid spills out. So just kind of fish that overflow back in, and drop your battery in just like that. This battery box has a rubber boot around it, so just from vibrations. So hooking up a battery, negative first, key off, negative first. What I like to do is just tap the positive. Once your negative's on, tap the positive against the battery. Make sure that you don't hear any arcing or anything, because you never know if a rat or anything got to one of the electronics, so you just kind of want to tap it. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll take our nut off. Do our negative first. Again, you don't need a socket wrench to tighten these down, just tight enough. So then, like I said, we're going to take the positive off, tap it. I don't hear any arcing or sparking, so we're gonna hook this up. Okay, so we got it hooked up. Let's have a look. Yeah, neutral light is on. Neutral light is on. Our stop lamp is working, so we got power. So that's pretty much just how to install a battery. You can do the same procedure in a motorcycle, ATV, snowmobile, four-wheeler. Take the time though, sand the terminals, get some dielectric grease. It'll just help with corrosion. Make sure you hook up the negative first. You know, just do it right. Don't just slop it in there. Get the right battery that fits. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hit that thumbs up. We're going right through this bike, so if you want to see more videos on this bike, check out a previous episode where I did the front brakes. We're working on a seat video now. If not, I'm not sure which one I'm going to post first, whether it's the battery or the seat, but the seat one's in progress, and we just hooked the battery up, so we should be good to roll. So hit that thumbs up, guys, if you like vintage bikes, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys watching. Please hit that thumbs up. Please hit the subscribe button. Let me know what kind of bikes you have or had. I'm all about bikes. I can't wait to build a garage in a few years. We're going to start buying and selling bikes, projects. You know, it's going to be awesome. So hit that thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you learned something about some batteries and how to install. It sounds simple enough, but there's a couple tricks like I showed you, and the voltage numbers, stuff to pay attention to. You'll remember forever. So hopefully this helped. Let me know if it did, and we'll see you on the next one.